Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I'm a full-time reseller primarily on the Poshmark app. And today for you, I am going to do a ship with me video. Something new I'm going to try out where I film throughout the week my sales as I ship them out because I like to ship daily, but I'd like to have enough content to put together a video. So I'll talk about how much items sold for, what I paid for them, and what my total profit is, and what my overall sales total for the week is. So if you guys could let me know in the comments down below if you like this sort of thing or if you'd like something different. Like I said, I do like to ship every day, so it's harder for me to hold out things together for one big video. So we'll just have to see how it goes. So let's get started. It's Monday, so these sales are from Sunday. I shipped on Saturday, so I have 3 things going out today. The first thing is a genuine leather Michael Kors belt, woven, braided, comes with this little keychain. You can leave it on there or take it off. And for that sold for $23. And after Poshmark fees, my total was $18.40. I paid $3 for this. So my net profit was $15.40. And you'll hear me say this over and over again. I like to pick up belts as a bread and butter item. You can find them pretty easily at a lot of thrift stores for a reasonable price still. And people just like to have unique belts, and they're expensive retail. So it's a nice thing to have. I did have this listed for $39. But Michael Kors, you know, can be kind of hit or miss with what you can get for it. So when the buyer made me that offer of $23, I thought it was more than fair, so I went ahead and accepted. Now, I forgot to get a box out for these, or this, excuse me. So I like to use this box, which is box number 1096L, and it's just a nice size for belts and other small items like this. You don't have to use too much extra supplies because you don't need to use tape. Sorry, I'm struggling here. This isn't a very good start to the video. Okay, and I just put that right in there, and I'm going to go ahead and seal it up off camera. Next up, I have this vintage Hawaiian dress. It's a maxi length, kind of a super bright psychedelic print. And I do pretty well with these. This is Alice of California. It's about a size small to medium. And I had this listed for $99. The buyer offered me, actually I had sent out multiple offers on this, and the buyer counter offered $50. It was closet clear out day, so I went ahead and reduced the price to $60. So they got a notification for that and discounted shipping from Poshmark, so I didn't have to pay that. So my total after fees was $48, and I paid $5 for this, making my gross profit $43. So I'm going to wrap it in this plastic garment bag. I got a couple rolls of these at an estate sale for $5 each. So I'm just using those up before I buy anything. I'm going to go ahead and leave this full length so that if the buyer wants to store their item in this after they get it, they can reuse this and it won't go to waste. So I just fold that down and tape it up. And if you hear something, I noticed that my seat on my chair is creaking. So I hope you can't hear that because it kind of sounds funny, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the medium flat rate box, and I'll go ahead and seal that up off camera. And next up, I have this new with tags Adriana Papel. It's called the Halo dress, and this is inspired by Black Halo, which a lot of celebrities wore this dress quite a few years ago, but in my opinion, it's a timeless piece. It's a size 12, and I actually bought this for myself quite a few years ago for a holiday party, and I never ended up wearing it, so it just sat in my closet. And I think that I paid $99 for it at the time, and for me, I'm just going to count this as a freebie because it was from my own closet. But I listed it for $99, and I just recently started using my Poshmark VA, and I have automatic offers sent out. So the buyer liked the item, and 9 minutes after they liked it, my Poshmark VA sent out an offer for $71 with discounted shipping. And you know, actually I had this listed for $99 and had recently reduced it to $79. So my Poshmark VA sent out an offer for $71. The buyer accepted, which is wonderful. So after fees, my total was $54.12. So I'm just gonna call that profit. I don't know what you guys would do, but since it was out of my own closet, that's what I'm gonna do. The belt's a little stiff, so I went ahead and took that off so that I could fold this up a little easier. And again, I am going to use one of these plastic garment bags. So if the buyer wants to reuse it to store it, they can. It'll also keep the item safe in transit. So we'll just wrap that up down to size. Tape it. Again, use this medium flat rate box. And I will go to the post office today. So my gross sales for Sunday were $154. I'm saying my cost was $8 for a net profit of $112.52. Not my greatest day, but I'm thankful for every sale I have, and hopefully this week looks up. I listed 10 items this morning, and hopefully I'll do more today. So I will see you tomorrow. Hi there, it's Tuesday and I'm back at my shop to ship out my items that I sold for the last 24 hours. So these are the items that sold on Monday, and it was a pretty great day. I'm pretty excited. So first off, I sold this brown canvas Carhartt vest with fleece lining. It's a men's size medium. I had this listed at $69 and I reduced it to $59, and my Poshmark VA sent out a $52 offer to a liker, which after fees and shipping discount made my total $38.92, and I spent $7 on this. So my net profit was $31.92. So that's a pretty great profit, I'll take that any day of the week. I always like picking up Carhartt jackets and vests. They typically sell a little quicker for me than this one did, but I think maybe I had it priced too high to begin with. I'm not sure, but I am happy to see it go off to its new home. And I am more than happy with a $30 profit. So I'm going to put this in one of these medium flat rate boxes. Get that shipped off. Next up, best sale of the day, probably the month even, this new with tags Tumi Voyager bag. I picked this up at my local Goodwill and I don't think they knew what it was, so they priced it at $6.99. I listed it for the retail price, which was on the ticket, of $195, and actually maybe I'm wrong, maybe I listed it for $189, but my Poshmark VA sent out an offer to a liker for $175 with discounted shipping. They accepted, making my total $137.32. I paid, like I said, $7 for this, so my net profit was $132.30, which is awesome. So keep your eyes out for Tumi, even if it is not new with tags, because it does have a high retail value, and people really like it, so it maintains a good resale value as well. So I'll just package this up in my garment bags that I picked up at an estate sale for $5 for a huge roll. I love buying things, packaging materials, anything secondhand when I can instead of buying new. It saves me money and it is somewhat better for the environment. So that is great. Next up is this Eileen Fisher shirt dress. It's kind of a midi length. This is, I believe this was 100% cotton. Yeah, organic cotton. This had been sitting in my death pile forever. And the only thing was it needed to be steamed. And I was just being too lazy to steam it. So I listed this maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I listed it for $55. And I'm thinking this may have been a Google buyer because they purchased it outright for full price. I only paid $5 for it, $4.99 at my local Goodwill. So after fees and what I paid for it, my net profit was $39. So that's a pretty great profit in my opinion. And the buyer gets a great deal because this dress was, who knows, $200, $250 new. It's very comfortable, great quality. And it is a win-win for everyone. I don't always like picking up Eileen Fisher because it's pretty hit or miss with what will sell, but typically the dresses, jackets do better for me, and for the right price for sure. Okay. So last up is this really great, super heavy if you can tell, vintage men's motorcycle jacket. This is thick, heavy leather. It's a real moto jacket meant to be worn actually when you ride a bike. So, or ride a motorcycle, excuse me. I really liked this because it had cool details. It had distressing in all the right places. Also, it was a size 50, which was a larger size. And I think that's good for bikers, for anybody to have options for larger sizes. So I had this listed at $129, and I'd had it listed for a few months. I'd sent out various offers and discounts, I think as low as $90. And the buyer offered me $75. And in the spirit of accepting offers and moving things out so I can get new items in, I accepted that offer because I paid $18 for it. So after Poshmark fees, my net profit was $42, which I usually do a little bit better on these, but I was happy to see it go and make the sale. So like I said, I always like to pick these up, and no matter what the brand is, unless it's Harley Davidson or like a well-known high-end brand, I'll list these under vintage as long as they appear to be 20 or more years old. And I will note it in the listing that I'm not certain of the exact age, but this definitely looked like it was from the early 2000s or the 90s. So that was a pretty exciting sale. And for this coat, I'm going to be shipping it in the large mailing box, which is this one here, and it is box 7. I use that for a lot of my larger coats, because you can get just about any coat in that box. So I'll get this packaged up. So all in all, that was really great 24 hours. I sold 4 items. My gross was $357, and my net after fees and cost of goods was $243.24, which I think is really awesome for the amount of time I work and kind of my goals, daily goals for sales. So all right, that's all for today, and I will see you on Thursday with my sales for those 2 days. I have an appointment tomorrow, so I won't be shipping. So hopefully I have some more good sales to show you. See you then. Hi there, I'm back. It's Thursday, and I'm here to ship what I sold over the last 48 hours. I only have 3 items, but there's some good profit, so you got to take the good with the bad. The first item is this vintage Native American style turquoise pendant. Now this didn't have any maker's marks or metal marks on it, so I just listed it as vintage and Southwest style, and used as many keywords as I could think of: Santa Fe, tribal, without attributing it to for sure being Native American made, because I could not verify that. So I always like to be as honest and transparent with my items as possible so that the buyers are pleased when they receive their item. I had this listed for $129, and I had sent out quite a few offers on it and not gotten any bites. and I got an offer for $95, and I thought that seemed fair, and so I accepted it. I paid $15 for this at an estate sale. And so after after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, my net profit was $61. So I thought that was pretty great. Not going to complain about that. Next up, I sold these Teos brand sandals. This is a comfort brand, and I do pretty well with this brand. I wouldn't say I get real big high dollar sales from it, but if I can pick it up for the right price. I got these at a fill the bag sale. One of our local churches does that once a month, and they give you a giant black, well, you can pick different sizes, but I always pick the largest giant black garbage bag, and it's just $5 to fill it with whatever you can find. So I probably only paid about $1/4 for these, but just for the sake of ease, I'm going to say I paid $1. So I had them listed, I think for $36, and my Posher VA sent out an offer of 10% off with discounted shipping, which was $31. I paid $1 for them, so after the Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, my net profit was $21.12. And I just listed these maybe 2 weeks ago, so that was a pretty quick turnaround, so I'm not going to complain about that. I happen to have a shoebox that I'm not using, so I am going to recycle that rather than use a new priority box. I do order these stickers from the post office so that when I use a non-priority mail box, I put these in a few places on the box so they know that that's what it is and it doesn't get shipped out slower. So the last item is this kind of 90s, maybe Y2K faux fur coat with kind of a holiday print on it. Now I will say I had much higher hopes for this coat, just because it's kind of funky, and I looked up, I found a comp on eBay where one sold for I think like $89. But unfortunately I'd had it listed since early before winter, and I started it out at $89, sent out offers, relisted it, and I had it listed. I kept just getting offers for like $20 or $25 from multiple different people, so I kind of gave in, I guess. And since winter's over, I was ready to move it out. So I got an offer for $20 this morning, and I went back and forth with the buyer because I didn't want to just take 20, and we ended up settling on 30. I paid $8 for this. So after Poshmark fees, my net profit was $16. So sometimes things don't turn out the way that you planned, but I still made a profit, and it's going to a new home and not to the landfill, so we just gotta move forward and hope the next thing that we find brings the projected profit that we thought it would. So again, I'm using this large mailing box, and it is box number 7, I believe, and I use this for most of my coats, handbags, and other larger items. So my gross sales for the last 2 days was $156, and my net profit was $98.12. So I've had better days, but you gotta, like I said, you gotta take the good with the bad. And hopefully Friday and Saturday are better. So I will see you tomorrow. Hi, so it's Saturday and I'm shipping out my couple of sales from the last 48 hours. So kind of disappointed with this week, but you know, I guess I'm just gonna have to list more and I don't know, keep focusing on figuring out the Poshmark algorithm because this is definitely a slow sales week for me. But we'll go ahead and just show you what I sold. So the first thing is this vintage turquoise color agate sterling silver ring. And this I sold for $49 with discounted shipping. And I paid just $5 for it. So after fees and my cost of goods, my net profit was $31.52. So that is not too bad. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it in this video, but the reason that I don't seal these all up during the video is because I don't have a label printer and I don't want you to have to listen to my tape opening and closing every time. So the second and last item I sold was this maybe 90s Y2K, I believe this is a handmade sterling silver necklace, and it has beautiful black pearls and labradorite beads. And I've had this for quite some time. I really thought it would sell quicker than it did, but I am happy to see it go. And I sold this for $31, and I paid just $5 for it at a thrift store. So after fees and my cost of goods, my net profit was $19.80. So for the full 7-day week, my gross sales were $747 and my net after fees and cost of goods was $505.20. I sold a total of 12 items, so my average sales price was $62.25, which I think is outstanding. So I'm going to celebrate the positives for this week. And I also had about $300 in local sales this week. So that'll kind of make up for the slower sales on Poshmark. And if any tip I can give people is to have multiple places that you're selling and multiple streams of income when you are a full-time reseller, because there's no guarantee that Poshmark is going to pump out sales consistently every week, every day, every month. At least for me, it hasn't always been consistent. So I also sell some home decor and furniture and whatnot locally. So I can always, list more on Facebook Marketplace or push more on my business Facebook page or whatnot for locals. So there's always a way to, make ends meet and balance when sales are slow on one site. So that's what I do. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you like this day-to-day shipping, or if I should save up and do more of like a bulk shipping day, or what you think or what you like. I'm trying out new things on this channel, and so I appreciate feedback in the comments below. I always appreciate it if you'll like the video and subscribe to my channel because I'll be doing new videos once a week at least. Hopefully I'll get to a point where I do 2 videos once a week. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.